Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Well, I'm super excited about the shows over the next 5 weeks. We're going to be covering Fort Travis, but Fort Travis has so much history in it. In general overview, we're going to talk about the 1900 storms, but I really wanted to focus on Fort Travis individually. So this show here is actually going to be a general overview. And then each show after this week will be on one of the bunkers or a battery. And so we've got 4 total there, and then the general overview show. And so I'm excited about it. We've been working with several people getting the information we need, and we'll have more information on that once we start into the bunkers. But sit back, relax. It's Ask Me About Bolivar, Fort Travis. One of 5 shows we're going to have. Listen in. You know, Fort Travis, I do a lot of shows up at Fort Travis, and it's really a beautiful area. It's encompassed with 60 to 70 acres of manicured landscape with a lot of Texas history. And so today's show's a general show. We're going to talk about Fort Travis, why it was built, general overview, history, 1900 storm, and more. Fort Travis, a concrete bastion defying time. In the aftermath of the Civil War, military strategists grappled with the obsolescence of traditional brick forts, rendering effectiveness against formidable rifled artillery. Fort Sumter, once a majestic 3-tiered fort, was reduced to a pile of rubble. However, the state of Texas, having entered the Union shortly before the Civil War, missed out on the early fort's construction post the War of 1812. In response to the changing military landscape, the Endicott Report of 1885 advocated for a massive construction program leading to the establishment of new forts, including Fort Travis. In 1885, U.S. President Grover Cleveland appointed a joint Army, Navy, and civilian board headed by Secretary of War William Endicott, which called for the creation of forts equipped with rifled breech loading guns, mortars, submarine mines, and built from the innovative material of the time, concrete. In 1895, the Army Board of Engineers selected 3 strategic sites for the Galveston forts: Bolivar Point, Fort Travis; Fort Point, Fort San Jacinto; and City Beach, Fort Crockett. Post the devastating storm of 1900, which wreaked havoc on Galveston, also severely damaged Fort Travis. The fort was built on the beach, and the 1900 storm destroyed all fort buildings and damaged the batteries. The shoreline was moved back 500 to 1,500 feet, and the batteries were left standing on their piling. Battery Davis lost its number 2 gun platform, which broke off and had to be replaced. To protect the fort from further damage, the Army engineers approved Fort Travis for its seawall and fill by 1909, and its construction was completed by 1915. During World War I, Fort Travis received a 12-inch rifled gun battery. Battery Kimball and Battery Davis was abandoned, and its gun was removed to be used abroad. During World War II, in 1942, Battery 236, a 6-inch shielded gun battery, and a radar station were added to Fort Travis. In 1943, Battery Kimball was disarmed and its guns were relocated to Battery 520 in South Carolina. The fort played a crucial role during this period, and on July 27, 1943, when the surprise hurricane struck, it served as a refuge for as many as 500 people from Bolivar who evacuated to its secure walls. Fort Travis continued its service through World War II, but was deactivated on July 6, 1946. It was substantially turned over to the War Assets Administration for disposal on December 26, 1947. The fort was sold in 1949 under the stipulation that it had to be used as a hurricane shelter. Unfortunately, the new owner passed away 2 years later in 1962. The fort changed its hands again, and 2 years later, the second owner also passed away. Recognizing the historical significance of Fort Travis, Galveston County stepped in and purchased the fort in 1975, transforming it into a park. Fort Travis, with its rich history spanning from the Spanish-American War to World War II, stands as a testament to the ever-evolving nature of military strategy. From its strategic role in wartime to its post-war transformation and eventually preservation as a public park, Fort Travis remains an integral part of Galveston County's history, a concrete bastion defying the ravages of time. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. The views, we did a lot of video work, both with Coastal One and on the ground, and I can't wait to show you the batteries and battalions that we filmed, both inside and out. We're also going to talk about how you can walk through Battery 236 and the Kimball Battery in the coming shows. In fact, the next show will be on Battery 236, so stay tuned. Remember, Ask Me About Bolivar is run every Wednesday morning at 6 a.m. And I want to give a shout out to the big store, Gulf Coast Market, our Bolivar Peninsula Superstore, for everything they do in the community and going the extra mile to sponsor these Ask Me About Bolivar shows. People don't understand what Keith and the big store means and do in the community, and I just wanted to say thank you to the big store from Team Bolivar for sponsoring all 32 to 35 Ask Me About Bolivar shows. We're going to head on out. We'll be back next Wednesday at 6 a.m. with more on Fort Travis and Battery 236. Until next time, God bless and bye-bye. The Big Store, located at 2385 Highway 87 in Crystal Beach, Texas, on Bolivar Peninsula. If you're on Bolivar Peninsula and you need anything, stop by the Big Store, where you'll be greeted by a staff of smiling faces and a staff that's eager to help you find what you're looking for. The Big Store is a fully stocked grocery store with fresh fruits and vegetables, meat department with hand-cut steaks, canned goods, dairy products, frozen foods, and beer and wine. The Big Store is also home to a gift shop, camping and fishing supplies, RV supplies, tools and hardware, and home goods, all under one roof. The Bolivar Peninsula Superstore, like they say, if the Big Store doesn't have it, chances are you really don't need it. For more information on the Big Store and their weekly sales ad, please visit www.thebigstore.us.